Imagine you are at the final moment of your life. Your breath is slowing down, your body is tired, and you know it's time to leave. What happens next? Where do we go? What should we focus on in our last moments? The 17th verse of the Isha Upanishad gives us a deep, powerful, and peaceful understanding of this transition. It is like a prayer, a surrender, and a reminder all in one. This verse speaks about the journey of our prana, our life force, at the time of death. The speaker in the Upanishad says, "Let my prana merge with the all-pervading air, the Sutraman." Now, what does this mean? In ancient Indian thought, prana is not just breath. It is the very energy that keeps us alive. When we die, this energy does not just disappear. Instead, it returns to the great cosmic energy, the all-pervading air, which is another way of describing the universal life force, the divine presence that connects everything. This is called the Sutraman, the thread-like consciousness that binds the entire universe together. The next part of the verse says, "Let this body be burnt by fire to ashes." This acknowledges the physical reality of death. Our body is made of the 5 elements: earth, water, fire, air, and space. When we die, the body must return to its source. Fire, which has been worshipped as sacred in the Vedic tradition, helps in this transformation. By burning the body, we allow it to dissolve back into nature, completing its cycle. This also signifies detachment from the physical self. We spend our whole lives thinking, "This is my body, this is me." But in reality, the body is just a temporary vessel. The real I is something deeper, the soul, the Atman, which is eternal and does not burn or perish. Then comes a very significant part. The word Om is invoked. Om is not just a sound. It is the essence of the divine, the vibration of the universe. In many traditions, it is said that when a person is close to death, chanting or remembering Om can help the soul transition peacefully, guiding it toward liberation. Om represents Brahman, the ultimate reality, the source of everything. By remembering Om at the moment of death, one is essentially aligning with that infinite existence. Now, here comes the most profound line. "O mind, remember my deeds." This is a crucial instruction. At the time of death, the mind becomes extremely powerful. It plays back everything we have done, thought, and experienced in our lifetime. This is why, throughout our lives, we are advised to live in awareness, to act with kindness, to cultivate positive thoughts, and to remain devoted to truth. Because in the final moments, all that we have done comes back to us. The speaker in this verse is telling the mind, recall everything. Be conscious of the life I have lived. This is important because, according to karma theory, our thoughts and actions determine our next journey. If our mind is filled with fear, attachment, and regret, it can trap us in the cycle of birth and death. But if we remember truth, divinity, and our highest purpose, we move towards liberation. Moksha, the repetition of the words, remember my deeds, is like a final reminder. It shows urgency. The person is deeply concerned about the journey ahead and is calling upon the divine, upon Agni, the fire deity, to remember all that has been done. This can be seen as an appeal for purification, for the transformation of karma into wisdom. Shankaracharya, in his commentary, explains that this verse also hints at the purification of the subtle body, linga sharira. This means that beyond our physical form, there is a deeper energy structure that carries our karmic imprints. When we live with awareness and surrender, even this subtle body gets purified, making it easier to transition into higher states of consciousness. So what is the key takeaway from this verse? It teaches us how to leave this world gracefully, without fear, without attachment, and with complete surrender. It tells us that our body is temporary, but our consciousness is eternal. It reminds us that our thoughts and actions shape our destiny, and at the final moment, what truly matters is what we remember, what we hold on to in our heart and mind. If we have lived with truth, devotion, and awareness, death is not something to fear. It is just a passage, a return to the vast cosmic existence for which we came. And this is not just a lesson for the time of death. It is a lesson for life itself. Every moment, we are shaping our final remembrance. What do we think about the most? What kind of karma are we accumulating? If we live with the awareness that one day we will have to remember everything, we will be more mindful of our actions, our thoughts, and the way we treat others. So, let's take this wisdom into our daily lives. Let's not wait for the final moment to think about our deeds. Let us live in such a way that when our time comes, we can leave with peace, with gratitude, and with the knowledge that our prana will merge with the infinite, our body will return to nature, and our soul will journey toward the highest truth. Om Shanti.